50 Cent has been working on this documentary for almost 2 years. The footage he has is insane. The people he got speaking about Diddy is ridiculous.
No Diddy party. Are you watching the documentary on Netflix?
I don't watch it.
Hey, bro.
How crazy is
Yo,
it?
he's horrible.
Bro, he allegedly Pac and Biggie.
Bro, both of them.
And I believe it.
Both of them.
Bro, it's crazy.
Allegedly. Horrible.
But no one knew all this shit until the documentary came out.
It seems
I'm not gonna lie,
like
50 Cent is cooking, bro. My opinion,
Is
he's
that
cooking.
his doc?
Yeah, he produced it. He produced it, I swear.
That was the one he was gonna call Did He Do It?
Yeah.
When it's called
Bro, I'm not even joking, bro. Like, you gotta watch it.
Okay, let's just get straight into it because the internet did not wake up peacefully today. No, it woke up to chaos, confusion, and one name trending like it just dropped a nuclear bomb into the industry, 50 Cent. And why? Because, allegedly, this man just dropped a documentary that's got people side-eyeing everything they thought they knew about Diddy and Jay-Z. Now hold on. Because this isn't just new content, this is the kind of drop that makes timelines freeze. We're talking whispers turning into headlines, theories turning into full-blown debates, and fans acting like detectives who just got handed a case they've been waiting years to crack. Because the second people heard part 3 and truth revealed in the same sentence, oh yeah, it was over. The internet didn't just react, it exploded. You had people running to watch it, others refusing to believe it, and a whole group sitting back like, nah, there's no way this is real. But here's the thing, whether it's confirmed, denied, or somewhere in between, one thing is clear. The conversation has already taken over. And let's be real for a second. When you mix names like 50 Cent, Diddy, and Jay-Z into one storyline, you're not just stirring the pot, you're flipping the entire table. Because these aren't random names. These are power players, icons, people whose influence runs deep, and whose stories, yeah, they don't come without layers. So now, every clip, every statement, every rumor is being picked apart like it's evidence in a courtroom drama. People aren't just watching anymore, they're investigating. And the deeper they go, the messier it looks. Now let's rewind this whole situation. Because this didn't just pop up overnight like a random headline with no history behind it. When you hear a name like 50 Cent attached to something this explosive, you already know there's a backstory. And not a small one either. We're talking years of tension, subtle shots, public jabs, and moments that never fully got resolved. Because let's be honest, 50 Cent has never been the type to stay quiet. If there's something on his mind, he's going to say it. If there's a situation he doesn't agree with, he's going to call it out. And when it comes to people like Diddy and Jay-Z, yeah, the energy has always been complicated. Now, we're not talking about simple disagreements or industry competition. This is deeper than that. This is years of layered interactions, unspoken tension, and moments that had fans raising eyebrows long before any documentary was even mentioned. And over time, those small moments started stacking up into something much bigger, because every time something happened, whether it was an interview, a post, or a random comment, the internet would catch it. People would connect dots, build theories, and start asking questions that never really got clear answers. And the more those questions built up, the more curious people became. Then comes the idea of a documentary. Now this is where things take a different turn, because talking about something is one thing, but putting it into a documentary format, that hits differently. That suggests there's a narrative, a structure, a story being told with intention. And the moment people heard that this wasn't just one part but multiple parts leading up to something bigger, yeah, the curiosity went through the roof. Parts 1 and 2 already had people talking, clips circulating, quotes being shared, moments being dissected, but nothing prepared the internet for what people claim part 3 is bringing to the table. Because now, it's not just about hints or suggestions, it's about alleged revelations. And that's where everything shifts from interesting to explosive. And the timing? Oh, the timing makes it even crazier, because this didn't drop in a quiet moment where nobody's paying attention. No, this hit when the internet is already on high alert, already watching closely, already ready to react. So the second this news started spreading, it didn't take long for it to become the only thing people were talking about. Now timelines are filled with debates. Some people are fully locked in, saying this confirms things they've been suspecting for years. Others are pushing back hard, saying there's no way everything being claimed is accurate. And then you've got the middle group, the watchers, who are just trying to figure out what's real and what's being exaggerated. Because let's be real, this kind of situation blurs the line fast. And here's where things get even more intense: the power of perception. Because once something like this enters the conversation, it doesn't matter if every detail is confirmed or not. The narrative starts forming anyway. People start believing what fits their perspective, sharing what supports their opinion, and ignoring anything that doesn't. And just like that, the story grows. Meanwhile, every name involved is being watched closely. Every past interview is getting revisited. Every old clip is being brought back. Every statement is being reanalyzed like it just happened yesterday, because people are trying to piece together a puzzle that suddenly feels bigger than anyone expected. And the craziest part, we're still at the beginning of this, because if this really is just part 3 of something that's been building over time, then that means everything we've seen so far was just a setup, just the foundation, just the beginning of a narrative that might go even deeper. And just like that, what started as "wait, is this real?" turned into full-blown chaos across the internet. Because the moment people started actually diving into what 50 Cent allegedly put out, the reactions didn't just come in waves. They collided like a Marvel final battle scene with zero warning. You had timelines moving fast, clips being reposted, screenshots flying around, people quoting parts like they just uncovered hidden secrets. Some fans were acting like they'd been waiting years for this moment, saying things like, "See, I told y'all," while others were just sitting there in disbelief like, "There's no way this is actually happening." And then, the celebrity reactions started creeping in. Now, not everybody came out loud and direct, because let's be real, situations like this don't always get immediate public responses. But the internet? Oh, it didn't need official statements. It started reading into everything. Likes, follows, silence, timing. Every little move got turned into a clue, and somehow, every conversation circled back to Diddy and Jay-Z, because once their names got pulled into this narrative, it wasn't just about a documentary anymore. It became about legacy, influence, and everything people think they know about the industry. Suddenly, old interviews resurfaced, past collaborations got re-examined, and moments from years ago started looking different. And that's when things really started spiraling, because now it wasn't just fans reacting, it was full-on internet detectives working overtime. Threads started popping up, breaking down timelines, connecting dots, building entire theories that felt like they belonged in a Netflix crime series. And the wild part? Some of those theories started gaining traction fast, but at the same time, not everyone was buying it. You had a whole group of people pushing back hard, saying this is being blown out of proportion, saying people are jumping to conclusions, saying the internet is doing what it always does, turning speculation into truth without stopping to verify anything. And honestly, that clash of opinions made everything even louder, because now it wasn't just about the content of the documentary, it was about what people chose to believe. And you already know how that goes. One side builds the narrative, the other side tears it down. And somewhere in the middle, the actual truth gets harder and harder to see. Meanwhile, the memes? Oh yeah, they didn't hold back. Because while some people were deep in analysis mode, others were turning the whole situation into entertainment. Edits comparing this to reality shows, jokes about part for loading, dramatic captions like it's the season finale of a long-running series. The internet managed to be serious and unserious at the same time, but beneath all the jokes, there was tension, because this isn't light drama. We're talking about big names, big reputations, and narratives that could potentially shift how people view everything that came before. And when that kind of weight enters the conversation, it changes the tone, even if people are still laughing on the surface. And here's where it gets even more unpredictable: contradictions, because while some details seem to support certain claims, others didn't fully line up. And the moment things don't match perfectly, the internet goes into overdrive. More questions, more theories, more speculation. It just keeps building, And now, we're in full escalation mode, because this is no longer just a trending topic. It's a conversation that's spreading across platforms, pulling in more people, more opinions, more reactions by the second, and the craziest part, there's still no clear resolution. And no definitive answers. No full confirmations. Just a growing storm of reactions that keeps getting bigger. So now the focus shifts again, because people aren't just reacting to what's already out there. They're waiting for what's coming next. Will there be responses? Will more information drop? Will this situation calm down or get even louder? Because if this follows the pattern it's already set, then what we're seeing right now might not even be the peak. It might just be the middle of something way bigger. And just like that, the conversation didn't slow down, it got heavier. Because once something like this reaches peak internet chaos, it doesn't just fade away, it starts affecting everything around it. And now, the spotlight isn't just on the documentary anymore, it's on everyone connected to it. You could feel the shift. What started as reactions turned into pressure. What began as curiosity turned into expectation. And suddenly, all eyes were locked on 50 Cent like, okay, what's next? Because let's be real, when you drop something this big, the internet doesn't just watch it, it demands more. People want follow-ups, explanations, confirmations. They want the story to keep going. And if it doesn't, they'll create their own version of it. At the same time, the attention on Diddy and Jay-Z started shifting in a completely different way, because now it's not just about what's being said, it's about how it's being interpreted. Every past move, every past interview, every past moment is being re-examined through a new lens. Things that once seemed normal are now being questioned. And whether those questions are fair or not, that doesn't even matter anymore, because once the internet starts looking, it doesn't stop. And here's where things get even more intense, the emotional fallout. Because behind all the memes, the debates, the theories, there are real reputations on the line, real legacies being discussed. And when conversations start reaching that level, the tone shifts from entertainment to something a lot more serious. You've got fans defending, critics questioning, and observers just watching, trying to make sense of it all, but nobody is completely neutral. Because once you hear something this big, it sticks with you. It changes how you see things moving forward. And even if nothing gets confirmed, the conversation itself has already made an impact. And then comes the part nobody can predict, the aftermath, because situations like this don't end cleanly. They don't wrap up with a neat conclusion, where everyone agrees on what happened. No, they linger, they evolve, they leave behind questions that don't have clear answers. And right now, that's exactly where we're. In a space where the story is still unfolding, but the reactions are already shaping its future. Where what people believe is becoming just as powerful as what's actually proven. And where every next move has the potential to shift everything again. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, something is still building. Because if this really is just part 3, then that means the story isn't finished. There's more to come, more details, more reactions, more moments that could either confirm everything or flip the entire narrative upside down. And that's the part that has everyone on edge, because nobody knows which direction this is going to go. Will there be responses that shut everything down? Will more revelations come out that take this even further? Or will the silence itself become the loudest statement of all? And let's not ignore the biggest factor here, unpredictability, because if this situation has proven anything, it's that nothing happens the way people expect. The biggest twists come out of nowhere. The moments nobody sees coming end up being the ones that change everything. And right now, it feels like we're standing right before one of those moments, because this story isn't slowing down. It's not fading out. It's building towards something bigger, something louder, something that might completely reshape the way this entire situation is viewed. So now the question isn't just about what's already been revealed. It's about what's still hidden, because if the next chapter hits the way people think it might, then everything we've seen so far could just be the beginning of something way more explosive. Now let's be real for a second. If you made it all the way here, you're not just watching, you're invested. Don't even try to play it cool. You've been listening, thinking, connecting dots. probably even forming your own theories like you're part of the investigation team. Yeah, welcome to the chaos. Because this right here, this isn't just drama, this is a full-blown series. We got plot twists, unexpected drops, silence that feels louder than words, and moments that flip everything upside down when you least expect it. And the craziest part, it doesn't even feel like we've reached a peak yet. This feels like the middle of something way bigger that's still unfolding in real time. So now I gotta ask you, what do you really think? Is this documentary actually exposing something real? Or is the internet doing what it always does, turning speculation into something bigger than it actually is? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back either. I want the bold takes, the wild theories, the opinions that might have people arguing under your comment like it's a live debate. Because let's be honest, the comment section is about to be just as entertaining as everything we just talked about. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you money, hit subscribe before the next twist drops out of nowhere, and turn on notifications so you don't miss when this situation flips again, because you already know it will. This is Truth Tattle, where the tea is hotter, the drama is louder, and the truth, yeah, it's never as simple